Ode to a Nightingale consists of 8 stanzas, each with 10 lines. It's written in the iambic pentameter. It characterizes rhyme and structure that mimics the song of the nightingale. The flows of consonants and the rise and fall of pitch and the rhythmic pattern all draw on the overall theme and feel of the poem. The tone is melancholic and introspective. The theme echoes of the duality between life and death, joy and sorrow, immortality and mortality, reality and dreams, mystifying nature both in the unseen and the seen world, what we can see and what we can hear. It embraces mystery, myth, and legend. My heart aches, and a drowsy numbness pains my sense, as though of hemlock I had drunk, or emptied some dull opiate to the drains. 1 minute passed, and lithe words had sunk. 'Tis not through envy of thy happy lot, but being too happy in thine happiness, thou light-winged dryad of the trees, in some melodious plot of beechen green and shadows numberless, singest of summer in full-throated ease. In the first stanza, he draws upon the reference of being drunk, taking hemlock, which is a poison that can only be mustered from the earth, from the vines and the veins of the trees and the leaves. And he talks about the dryad, which are the spirits in the trees, and the shadows, and somehow the singest of summer through all of this. And in the second stanza, he talks about how the valleys and the flora and the sunburnt myrrh is all painting this picture of this beautiful cisterine fountain, the Hippocrene, hinting on the mythology, the Greek mythology, and in that last line saying that I might drink and leave the world unseen. I love this part, the third stanza, where he says, the weariness, the fever, and the fret, here where men sit and hear each other groan, where palsy shakes a few sad last gray hairs, where youth grows pale and spectra thin and dies, where but to think is to be full of sorrow, hinting at the sadness of mankind, and that the thinking mind is always suffering, unlike the bird, who is free from heavy thought. I cannot see what flowers are at my feet, nor what soft incense hangs upon the boughs, but in embalmed darkness guess each sweet, wherewith the seasonable month endows the grass, the thicket, and the fruit tree wild, white hawthorn, and the pastoral eglantine. White hawthorn could be the food for the birds, and the pastoral eglantine is a precious variety of rose. In the second to last stanza, we get to understand how he's really feeling about the human condition and how it relates to nature. And he says, "Thou wast not born for death, immortal bird, no hungry generations tread thee down. The voice I hear this passing night was heard in ancient days by emperor and by clown." And towards the end, you can really see what he's talking about when it comes to characterizing the depth of the songbird and what that reverberates through as far as immortality, and how humans can never have that because they only want the precious things that they can acquire through physical means, which the bird and the nature will never know and never have to ponder and never be burdened by this. So in the end, he says, "Forlorn, the very word is like a bell to toll me back from thee to my soul self." So he's really just characterizing how humans want to be a part of nature, and their soul yearns for that, but yet we resist and we contemplate and we always destroy what is good, which is the beauty of existence.